I have to go back. I'm sorry for the extra pause. There are easier ways to drink milk. I will say that. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and you're good to go. We are back with Eskimo Callboy once again. They just dropped a brand new video and song called Hate Love. Can't wait to see what it's about. These guys are really growing on me. I love their music. It's fun. It's well thought out. It makes my days a bit brighter, and I can't wait to see what they've done with this one. I don't know them well enough to kind of know if this is going to be a fun one, another kind of 80s techie one, if it's going to be more serious. A lot of the videos we've looked at have been tongue-in-cheek and quite hilarious, but the music's been smart and well thought out. So either way, I'm on board. I know I'm going to be smiling by the end. Eskimo Callboy, Hate Love. Let's see what you got. Synth presence early on.
I hate you so much, fuck you, all the worst damn nightmare. You're sick and close to diamond shit, I don't care. You make me sick, your love is a lie. I wanna hate so I keep you alive.
You know what's really cool about this is it is very smart because it is very simple. It starts out with a simple drop. It's 1, 2, 3, and there's a small climb at the end. And you can hear the drop because you can hear the synth accenting. And then when they move from that part, which has the guitar in the back being a bit more percussive, kind of doing the same drops, they move into the vocal part where he's doing more of a speaking pattern than he is any singing. And they've just removed the synth and they've added in drums. So you've got the kick drum being a bit more present in that beat. You've still got the guitar doing the drops, and you've got these kind of offbeat claps. It feels like two different pieces, but it isn't. It's the same structure. It's the same thing. They've just allowed different instruments to shine, and they've removed and put different things in to make it feel fresh and new. Have a listen out for that. It's very cool, though.
I hate you so much, fuck you, all the worst damn nightmare. You're sick and close to diamond shit, I don't care. You make me sick, your love is a lie. I wanna hate so I keep you alive. I have the smell of your blood, and dirt sands, baby, go dance for me. The blood is bleeding you on, and you're not part of my destiny.
You know what? These guys really know what they're doing, because believe it or not, that is still the same piece. It feels completely new, but it is the same pattern and structure. When they introduced the distorted guitar into that, it was essentially accenting the first drop and then the last, kind of the end of the last one, and the climb back up again. But what makes it feel so fresh is you've got the full drum kit coming in, but the kick work along with the palm muting has this irregular kind of spontaneity to it, which makes it feel completely new. He's now gone into more singing as well, and there is actual vocal screaming the whole way through that behind as a layer. Imagine it as a layer that's very finely tuned to the vocal, so it's easier to hear in some parts than others, but I think it's all the way through. And instead of providing a harmony, sometimes you'll layer to provide fullness or power, and they've done that really well there. There might also be an effect on the vocal, I'm not sure, but it sounds very, very cool. Have a listen out for that. They have milked this simple drop or structure for everything it's worth, and I am a massive fan on that. Not everything has to be brand new. Sometimes the smart approach is to take something, a good idea, and tweak and manipulate it and mold it into different parts of the song, which is, yeah, they know what they're doing.
Your love is a lie. I wanna hate so I keep you alive. I have the smell of your blood, and dirt sands, baby, go dance for me. The blood is bleeding you on.
I like his voice.
You're not part of my destiny, but I can't let go. Give me all your love, all your tears, all the hate you feel. Give me all your love, your pain, your fear. Give me all your memories, melodies now. 'Cause I wanna burn them down, 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 down. I burn them down, down.
right, important thing to note, not one mullet in sight. So we are in for a more serious track, obviously, but this is very, very good. I love that chorus. I love it. It felt very energetic, very pacey. And they went into a standard 4 chord, but they had a nice run at the end, so the guitar wasn't trying to overcomplicate it. It stuck to a simple kind of canvas, if you will, for the vocals to be the hero on top. That was really nice. And then when they finished that chorus, they went into that run step again that we heard in the beginning. So kind of tying it all back. Really smart. Nice to keep the chorus short and just the one part of it instead of doubling up so early, because it is a short song. I think it's 3 minutes. So it's like that teaser. We know there's going to be more of it, so I won't go back. But so far, I am very happy.
Back in the day you wanted me, I got your heart so easily.
Okay, with the bars.
So endlessly, I made your mind a part of me. Still makes me sick that your love is a lie. I wanna hate, so I keep you alive.
Listen to the it sounds like a snare roll in the background. I just want to go back to hear his kind of his rapping again. I do that because obviously it's not full hip hop, but he's clearly got a very good understanding of phrasing, and that's all you really need for that. Pulled that off really well. Listen for that roll in the back. Again, it's just another small thing to make it sound fresh and new, even though it is something we've heard before.
Back in the day you wanted me, I got your heart so easily. The sex we had so endlessly, I made your mind a part of me. Still makes me sick that your love is a lie. I wanna hate, so I keep you alive. I have the smell of your blood. Dirt sands, baby, cold. Dance for me. The beat is bleeding you up.
Man, that's cool.
You're a part of my
Hot time.
but I can't let go. Give me all your love, all your tears, all the hate you feel. Give me all your love, your pain, your thrill. Give me all your memories, melodies now. 'Cause I wanna burn them down.
It does sound in the chorus like he's got an effect on one of the layers of the vocals. It sounds like there is a bit of a wall of vocals going on there, which is a great thing because they are supposed to be the hero there. And it does sound like there is I don't want to say a vocoder, but like a slight distortion or a drive on one of the vocal layering pairs that when it's pushed to the front like it is, and it's mixed really well, it has a great sound to it. Adds a lot of fullness, and you're going to have that when you have the kind of tone they do with their guitars, because it is quite drivey, it is quite gritty. In this instance, in the chorus, a bit more digital, actually sounds a bit more of a digital drive, but still with that brutality. So you need to do something to the vocals to push them out, but he does have a great voice, and he does that kind of well on his own. Okay. Yes. This was at risk up until this point of being just a great commercial song, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because there are loads of them, and this is a good one. However, this is their flair. I'm going back so we can hopefully lead in again there. When it's that weird techie piece, I did think, is it going to have an edgier part to it? But when it went into that, I actually thought, okay, it's not, it's going the opposite direction. Then in with a quick heaviness, almost like a breakdown, but with a vocal melody to it, or screaming melody to it, and then stops again. So they're doing a lot of smart things in quick doses to allow you to have like this injection of energy and then bring you back down again. Very cool, very smart, and I like it. Okay. I have to go back. I'm sorry for the extra pause. There are easier ways to drink milk. I will say that. What is really nice and what is very powerful here is his singing. I'll go back one more. His singing of the will make your heart stop, I think is what he's saying. It lines up almost like phonetically, like it lines up with the guitar not only the phrasing and the pattern, but also the melody and tune of it. So it sounds like the guitar was written to the vocals or the vocals to the guitar, but they sound like one thing. They're working together in the same direction, and that adds a lot of power. Anytime you can align all the instruments, I'm including the vocals in this as well, anytime you can align them and move them in the same direction, you get a lot of power out of that, and they are getting that there in a big dose. I don't think that'll quite do for my next Halloween mask. Nice filter pull in. Yep. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, if you couldn't tell. I'm quite glad it wasn't a kind of silly tongue-in-cheek video. When you do something like that and you do it well, which they have done in the past, people expect you to do that over and over and over again. And you can pigeonhole yourself. You can become the band that only does that. This was a more serious approach. It was a more serious video. It was an interesting video. Let's just say that. But I really, really enjoyed it. They are masters of packing quite a lot into quite a little. They had just over 3 minutes to work with on that song, and even though there was a steady section that was repeated throughout the intro, the chorus run off the verse, it was fresh enough and manipulated enough to be something unique. There was a lot about this that was predictable in the commercial sense of alternative music, but that is not a bad thing. I'm actually really happy about that, because there's a reason that structure exists. It's digestible, it's something we're familiar with, but you still have to do it well. If you don't do it well, no one's going to care, and they did that very, very well. They're one of those bands that when I know they've got a new song coming out, or you guys let me know that they've dropped something new, I get really, really excited, because I am a big fan of theirs, genuinely. Not for the shock factor, for the music. I really enjoy these reactions, and there will be a lot more to Eskimo Callboy. So until the next one, thank you for spending time with me. Please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.